All right, it's party time. It is Tuesday, which means it is Monday's hangover. A lot we didn't get to yesterday, and there's a lot we won't get to today because I just don't want to. That's the way we're going to run things around here. You understand me? It's a tight ship, damn it. Welcome to the Studio 22, the mothership. George and Brandon over there. Why are y'all so damn depressed? Y'all ain't saying nothing, man. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Just over there commiserating. God. I like energy on a Tuesday morning.
I like how they're all bundled up for the Iditarod.
Do you see that? It's like they're
Look
the
at them.
Jamaican
I love that
snow sled
I love that
team
furry jacket. Look at that.
over there.
This is vintage.
You look like you're about to run with Leo through the Revenant and get raped by a bear and escape Tom Hardy. Does this pink can make me gay? I don't know. It could be sucking dick. I don't know. But yeah.
At least you'll be energetic while you're doing it.
I'm fired up at this point, man. I've never had a pink one, but by God, I'll never go back. Comedian Derek Richards is on the hot seat. I hadn't seen you in 2 weeks. Has life changed at all?
I know, right? It was like a month ago now. It's so funny.
Time flies.
It's so funny.
Time flies. All right, you're going to Port Charlotte, Florida, the Visani Theater. That's coming up.
I was actually already there.
Okay, well, you missed that.
We talked about that the last time. I'm going to be in Wesley Chapel, Florida.
Wesley Chapel.
It's Side Splitters Comedy Club.
Side Splitters. I love that. In the theater there.
Yep.
I'm going back in January.
Yep.
Good be there. Good dudes over there.
Yeah, cool setup over there. And then Myrtle Beach over New Year's.
Okay.
Comedy Cabana on December 28th through 31st. So.
I saw you did a fill-in spot at Brad Garrett's in Vegas at the MGM. Are you going back over there?
I'm going back over there December 28th through, or December 18th through the 23rd.
My fun Brad Garrett story, for those of you who don't know who Brad Garrett is, you know who Brad Garrett is. Brad Garrett's been around forever. He was Robbie on Everybody Loves Raymond, and I hate that that's his reputation because he's done so much more than that.
Oh, God, yeah.
I mean, he's done everything.
Fargo, he's on Bupkis with Pete Davidson and Joe Pesci.
I mean, he's done a million things. When he was 17 years old, 6'20", and he's on the back of the album there. ELO's album.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't know it, but that's Robbie. And so one of the best insult comics to ever grace the planet.
Mm-hmm.
I love it when people go and see his sets, and they're like, that's not Robbie.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he is brutal with people.
Love when he acknowledges it, too. I mean, because he's old school. He's cut from that, Don Rickles cloth. And, I mean, he had spent years working with Sinatra on the road and just has some killer stories.
Yeah, and he's one of the most gracious dudes in that I was out there, it's been a number of years ago now, and he goes, You want to go tomorrow night? You want to go gamble? What do you want to play? You want to do a little 3-card? You want to play some craps? I was like, I'll do whatever you want to do.
Right.
So we go over there, and we're playing craps, and we're doing pretty good, and then we're not doing good. And then I'm starting to run low on money, and he's literally taking his chips and just pushing them over to me.
Yeah.
Keep on playing. Let's have some fun. I'm like, I love this guy.
Solid dude. Big poker player, loves to gamble.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And that was back. He'd sobered up at that point. And so he had no liquor in the green room back there. And I found, he's got that big apothecary thing that's full of candy.
Oh, huge. The green room there is fantastic.
It's incredible.
Over the club. It really is.
And I opened up one of these drawers, and there's a little old bottle of gin tucked away in one of those things. And so I took that gin, and I started drinking that gin that night. That was a horrible idea. I don't know whose gin it was, where it came from. It could have belonged to Red Skelton or something back in the 50s. I don't know, but I drank that gin that night. Anyway,
he's totally cool with it now. I mean, he's got booze back there. I mean, he's been sober for many, many years, and he's, he's very proud of it. But he has no issue being around it, and it's just one of those things where it's like
dry green room.
Like I'll pour a whiskey on the rocks, and then he shows up back there, and I kind of just push it to the side just a touch.
Yeah,
I mean, he's not judgmental at all, but I'm like, just out of respect for somebody who's sober.
Sure.
I'm like, I'm not going to drink right in front of the guy.
Yeah, sneeze and blow it right in his face. I never know what to do with those people.
What do you say with those people?
Those people.
Like they snuck under the barbed wire at Eagle Pass.
They did, and that's why I'm intolerant of them. Like I'm not sober phobic. But I am intolerant,
Yeah.
I'm sober. Maybe I am sober phobic because I start to kind of
like when you know somebody when they did drink.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden whether it was court mandated or just a health issue, and or they just go, listen, I'm tired of ruining relationships and throwing away houses. Let me get my shit together and put the bottle down.
Yeah.
But when you know somebody when they used to drink and now you're around them when they don't, it's just a different vibe out of the gate. You just don't know.
Yeah.
Any boundaries, and if they're going to meetings and they're trying to get themselves together.
What's the girl comic, the blonde with the big boobs that's got the podcast that's doing well? Milton, what's her name? Laura Compton. You familiar with her at all? Beautiful girl.
Lauren Compton?
Lauren Compton.
I think that's the girl who's in the movie that I just did.
Let's talk about that in a minute. But we'll double check that.
Yeah.
Beautiful girl. Anyway, she's doing this podcast, and she was doing Ron White.
Isn't it called First Date?
Yes, First Date.
Yes.
First Date. So give it a big shout out there. And I never can get past all that cleavage. Like, I don't know what they're saying. I have to watch the show twice. I have to watch the show twice to see what was said. Because she's wow. And so she had Ron White on there, and Ron was talking about, she was talking about him getting sober. He goes, I haven't been sober. I just quit drinking. I quit drinking. I've been fucked up ever since. Just smoking weed nonstop.
Oh, man.
So, but yeah, I'm with you on that. Like, I hope the doctor never tells me to quit drinking.
I mean, if I meet somebody sober and like all I've known them as sober,
right,
then that's a different vibe for some odd reason.
So we were mentioning that show that Jesse Payton and I are going to do January 6th called Crowd Boys, where it's 100% crowd work. And somebody online said, we feel unsafe going to this. I was like, yeah, you should probably.
You feel unsafe?
Unsafe. So, but Jesse, no drinks, no drugs, never has.
Right.
And thank God he doesn't, because I can't stay on his level now. Sober, because he's so damn hyper,
right?
And so ADD, I can't. So thank God he doesn't.
Maybe he needs a drink.
Maybe, but I couldn't imagine trying to get on that level with that. So anyway,
well, and he's pretty yoked. He's pretty yoked. I mean, he's jacked up. I don't know if I'd want to see him.
Yeah, he puts other chemicals in his body. Little testosterone, this and that. I do too. I mean,
do what you got to do.
You get to that age.
Yeah.
Turn my ass into a pincushion. I feel a little better.
Is it? Are we still talking testosterone?
Well, that, Viagra.
County lockup, whatever. Does it turn my ass into a pincushion?
Exactly. I mean, somebody's like, you sound like you look flush, like you took some niacin. No, that's sildenafil. That is back alley Viagra is what that is. But no, you got this movie. You're in this movie that just came out. I haven't seen it I got to find out where to see it, because I saw that it was coming out, and you went and saw it last night. Was that like a premiere?
Well, they put it in select theaters around the country for a week. So it's in Dallas, Austin, Tampa, I think Boston, Los Angeles. So it's in select markets, but you can pull it up now, like on Xfinity, Dish TV, Direct TV, Apple TV.
What's the name of the movie?
It's called Don't Suck.
Don't Suck.
And it's with Matt Rife and Jamie Kennedy. Mm-hmm. And we shot this thing back in October of 2020, coming right out of lockdown. And so Jamie Kennedy plays an old comic who's kind of washed up, and Matt Rife is a vampire, a legit vampire who wants to be a comedian. And then Jamie Kennedy takes him under his wing on the road.
Gotcha.
And he tells him all along he's a vampire, but Jamie doesn't believe him. But as they go through these series of gigs over the course of a week, Jamie sees that he's clearly a vampire.
Okay.
And it's a cool, fun hook. I mean, it's a neat, when you're involved, and I play a bar owner at one of their gigs.
Yeah.
And, when you're in the middle of producing something and your friend wrote it, you're like, okay, cool. Hey, it's, when he says, hey, you want to be in a movie? I'm like, yeah, sure. And you're expecting a couple of, half-ass cameras to be there. And then you show up and there's production trucks and makeup people and lighting. And I'm like, oh,
it's a real deal.
I had no idea that you knew all these smart people.
Yeah, I've been thrust into that situation a time or two. It's like, oh, I didn't realize I got myself involved with something as big as this is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, really super cool, because then you shoot your little segments and then you go, all right, you hope for the best.
Yeah. I was a part of something.
I saw it last night on the big screen, and it was I was really impressed. It was really
I'm gonna go see
cool cool
I want to go
production.
see it. Like, I like to go see it.
Yeah, I mean, it was, like I said, it was playing at 10 o'clock at night in the theater in Dallas, Studio Movie Grill. I think it's there until December 7th.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can pull it up on all the streaming platforms. But it was neat to see it on the big screen and just be there, be a part of it.
I might have to go check that out tonight. Yeah. Making plans for myself. I live like a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a little gypsy person that just wanders the streets alone. I'm like Bruce Banner. I'm like the old Bill Bixby Bruce
the
Banner.
old Hulk?
Yeah, like, just walks through the world alone.
And just don't piss you off.
Yeah, destined to walk alone. Well, I mean, if you pissed me off, I wouldn't do anything.
Right. You're the lamest Hulk ever.
I would just...
Well, you're walking with your pink energy drink. No, you're not going to hurt anybody.
Exactly. I'm sitting here drinking my pink Monster. You punch me in the face, I just lay there in the puddle and cry.
I'm drinking my pink Monster.
I didn't say I was sucking my pink
wasn't
Monster.
That Freddie Mercury's bio?
Makeup. Can we get makeup in here? I'd like to get some contouring around my circumcision, please. My pink Monster. Ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille? Oh, Lord.
Make your pink Monster look like Matt Rife.
Yeah, Matt Rife.
I want my pink Monster to have high cheekbones.
Dude, Matt caught all this crap here recently over this so-called misogynistic joke about the girl in the kitchen. This is so dumb, dude.
Stupid.
But here's what pisses me off more than that, is how many people go to a Matt Rife show, and then they get online and they're like, well, he wasn't that funny. Stop with that. Just stop.
Right.
It's like, come on. This guy is killing it. He's doing what he's done. He's worked hard. He's put in the miles to do it for 10 years. He's doing it. Comedy is subjective.
Mm-hmm.
It may not be funny to you. It might be hilarious to somebody else.
Right.
But to sit there and it's like being a music critic and you can't pick out a G chord on a guitar.
Right.
And you're going to say, this guy, he's a terrible musician.
Right.
Who are you to say? If you didn't laugh at it, just say, I didn't find it funny.
Right.
But don't say, he's not funny.
Right.
That's unfair. What do you think about that?
I always say just not my cup of tea because, I'm not a Gabriel Iglesias fan. Just
Right.
not my thing.
Right.
But he sells out Dodger Stadium.
Yeah.
So who am I to say anything?
Yeah.
So, but I think Matt was, I worked with him. I didn't know him as a comedian. I just knew him from working on that production.
Mm-hmm.
He was very professional, great actor, knew his lines, was gracious with everybody around him. Super, super cool. He started doing comedy when he was like 15 or 16 years old
Right.
in Columbus, Ohio.
Right.
Before he was even old enough to get into the Funny Bone in Columbus.
Yeah.
And my buddy, who I just worked with in Ohio, had booked some shows, and he still has texts from Matt Rife from years ago.
That's funny.
Or Facebook messages saying, hey, if you ever need somebody on the road, I'll be happy to go with you, when he was like 17, 18 years old. So he's busted his ass. And I think what he's going through right now is complete bullshit.
Yeah.
It's a joke. It's a comedy special.
Yeah.
And for somebody to go to a Matt Rife show and say, he's not funny, how can you as a consumer not have some idea what you're going to go walking into?
Right.
If
you're not smart enough, and I'll be mean about it, but you make a great point. If you're not smart enough to know the difference between watching a 15 to 120-second reel on Instagram or TikTok, and then you're going to go watch him do an actual hour and a half, 2 hours, there's going to be a big difference in what you're seeing.
Right.
These aren't edited clips.
Yeah.
This isn't the best of the crowd work that you're accustomed to seeing. And it's just not fair on a deal like that. Funny story. We talking about Wesley Chapel Side Splitters. The last time I was there, which I guess was first of this year, Rife had just been there like 2 weeks before.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to the guys there, the management, I said, I would say my audience is a little different demographic than what you saw when Matt was here. And they said, dude, these girls, young girls, beautiful girls, just model type girls, just lined up the way down the deal out the door. Because this isn't a theater. Imagine like a 12 cinema theater. They're lined up all the way down the thing out the door. And Matt comes in and he's like, keep them away from me. Like, I'm like, this kid's a walking Me Too violation.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, do me a favor, just keep all that away from me because you gotta protect yourself on a deal like that.
Yeah.
I can't say at 26, 27 years old, looking like that dude, I would have been so self-controlled.
No. The fact that he has that level of, and somebody somewhere,
of course,
coached him and said, listen.
Dude, I don't care who would coach me. I got a pink Monster.
Yeah.
comedy, we call that a callback. And you know what? All the voices, all the management, all the agencies, all of the business gurus, everybody that's supposed to control my life, none of their voices speak louder than the Pink Monster.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and especially in a situation like that where there is just a ridiculous amount of, you
can fall down and land in one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just trip.
Oh, my God. I mean, every seat in there looked like it was just a plate of oysters was on it. And that's every woman aged 21 to 61.
Cocktail sauce in Studio 4. Yeah. It is. Oh, my God. We got to go to a break. Jeez. God, I love you, Dirk. Make sure we're doing the right thing. Woo! All right. For years, Patriot Mobile's been America's only Christian conservative wireless provider. They stand behind their values and their exceptional service. They're an example of putting the cause ahead of the profits. It's why I'm proud to partner with them. Starting today, Patriot Mobile is extending their Black Friday deal to the Every Friday Matters deal. You can get a free smartphone when you switch over to them starting today. Patriot Mobile offers dependable nationwide coverage, gives you access to all three major networks, which means you get the same coverage you've been accustomed to without funding the left. So when you switch to Patriot Mobile, you're supporting free speech, religious freedom, the sanctity of life, our veterans, first responders, and a whole lot more. 100% U.S.-based customer service team makes switching easy. Keep your number, keep your existing phone. Or for a limited time, you get a free smartphone from Patriot Mobile. So go to patriotmobile.com/Chad, or you can call them on the phone, 972-PATRIOT. Use promo code Friday76, Friday76. You get a free smartphone with promo code Friday76. This is a limited time offer. Join me, make the switch. patriotmobile.com/Chad, or call them, 972-PATRIOT. But we will be right back. All right, I'll play this clip. Did you see that home blow up in Alexandria, Virginia last night? Did you see that thing?
I heard about it.
So apparently this guy's a total wacko. And I mean, again, we don't know anything. There's the clip of it. I mean, this guy just, boom.
Damn.
Blew it up. This guy he's Asian. I saw pictures of him. And I don't know if he was South Korean or something like that. I don't know. It doesn't matter, but he's Asian. Not that even any of that matters. But he had this YouTube channel with all this weird stuff, like the government was trying to get him. And Brandon, you may know more on this thing than me. You're one of those.
I did some reading. So he apparently just thought pretty much everyone was out to get him.
Right.
Like, he hated the government. He liked Noam Chomsky for some reason. I don't entirely understand that.
Yeah, I mean, he was a lefty kind of Noam Chomsky's disciple.
But from what I gather, I think he was probably schizophrenic. Yeah. Which is impressive, to be able to build a bomb and be schizophrenic. That's a hard thing to do in that state of mind.
Yeah, because you'd start thinking the blue wire is actually the red wire.
Yeah, but so from what I gather is he kind of went cuckoo, got in a standoff, and I think he was firing off flares and blew himself up, I guess. I don't know how anybody survives that. So
I think he survived.
He survived that?
I have absolutely no idea how.
Now, I saw some things that indicated that he was making posts back on his YouTube after that explosion. And apparently survived it. But I know that there were some people who were saying that, like, he even thought his sister and mother were out to get him. And
yeah, like his wife was out to get him. He literally thought everybody was spying. I think they thought they were spying on him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a hell of an explosion.
So the police were coming to issue a warrant. They had a warrant to search.
Yeah, because I was going to say, how did this video even show up?
Yeah, so the police were coming to issue this warrant. And the initial thing was he fired a flare gun, and maybe there was he pulled a gas line or something. And you know how it is. I mean, I love what Dan Bongino says, the Bongino 72-hour rule. Give it 72 hours, and then you'll probably start to get close to what the truth is on the deal like that. Because everything at that point is speculation. But, guys like me, I rushed to put it on the internet, and I said, this is climate change. This is 100% climate change. And, of course, people, I had one guy said, you need to fuck all the way off. Like, okay, it's not climate change. Douchebag. People get so pissed, man.
How is somebody on your feed going to take anything that you say seriously?
Bro,
in that
they
nature?
do, though. I mean, like, if you look at my Twitter bio, it says I'm basically a genius, and I spelled it with a J. People literally try to use that against me.
Oh, my God.
It's like, okay, guys. Yeah, so anyway, we'll find out about this thing, but that's a hell of an explosion.
Well, he is Asian. I mean, it could be fireworks that he has.
It could have been. I mean,
that's
those
the
guys
default.
are known for that. Yeah, it's not. And those aren't Mexican fireworks that only work half the time. No, those Asian fireworks.
No, this
off.
isn't some El Paso fireworks display.
When is Chinese New Year?
Yeah,
the
we're
year of the
celebrating the year of the
dragon?
rat or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's no rats living in that son of a bitch.
I mean, there's an exterminator, and then there's that.
Who knew? Somebody called Orkin. Wow. Somebody did call Orkin. People have always wondered. Here's another thing that I want to get to. This pisses me off because, we've always asked the question about, the Second Amendment and things like that. If they decide to come confiscate your guns, what American military people or soldiers or American police officers are going to come and fight against American citizens, right?
Right.
How would that ever happen? Because nobody that's sworn an oath and loves their country is just going to turn on their fellow citizen. We got suddenly this military or police versus citizens civil war type thing. Well, here's a clue on how they're going to do that if they ever need to, whenever they decide to. Here is Senator Dick Durbin, who is an actual insurrectionist, by the way. Listen to this shit. Play clip number 2.
What troubles me about the debate now with the southern border is it is one half of the immigration equation. Yes, we need order at the border. Yes, we need to have changes in the laws that reflect the reality of the overwhelming numbers from all over the world who are coming to our shores and our border. But there is also an incredible demand for legal immigration into this country even now. The presiding officer, my colleague from the state of Illinois, has legislation which addresses one aspect of that. Her bill, and I hope I describe it accurately, says that if you're an undocumented person in this country and you can pass the physical and the required test, background test, the like, you can serve in our military, and if you do it honorably, we will make you citizens of the United States. Do we need that? Do you know what the recruiting numbers are at the Army and the Navy and the Air Force? They can't reach their quotas each month. They can't find enough people to join our military forces. And there are those who are undocumented who want the chance to serve and risk their lives for this country. Should we give them the chance? I think we should.
What? Bro.
Wow.
So if you're undocumented and you pass their, quote, background checks, you can serve in the United States military. And then become a citizen by doing it.
That becomes, I'm sure everybody's really thrilled.
Now, we played the clip yesterday of these Chinese nationals. All, by the way, if you go back and watch that clip.
I saw that post that
Did you see that?
Put online, yeah.
So you got the Chinese nationals being, detained and apprehended at the southern border. And then as they go down the line, those people get very Middle Eastern. But it's funny, the Chinese guys, they're all military-age males. They're standing basically at parade rest. They're all standing at rest.
Right.
Like a military, arms behind their back,
right,
doing their thing. They weren't cuffed or anything.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's very telling, how they're just standing. These guys look very military to me. So you're going to let those guys come in and serve in the military? Already in Illinois, they've already pushed through, or trying to push through legislation where illegals can become police officers. So that means you're here illegally, but you get to enforce the law?
Perfect.
Yeah. That's logical.
This is amazing. Well, and I think even the bigger problem when he's talking about numbers being down as far as recruiting and quotas and stuff like that. I mean, bigger picture, we treat our military people like shit.
Right.
I mean, no one seems to ever push back against these organizations who are great organizations, like your fallen and wounded soldiers, wounded warriors, tunnels to towers, all these organizations that donate to veterans, which are fantastic organizations. I'm not saying anything against them. But if you're injured fighting for your country and you're not getting compensated for whatever happened to you overseas or here, whatever, that's telling.
Right.
I think it's bullshit. To leave our guys out like that. And then even the consistent rhetoric and narrative of our VA hospitals and how these guys get screwed over time and time and time again. I'm like, if somebody's looking at joining the military, and if you do, God bless you. I think I have the utmost respect for you. But when you see how some of these guys get treated, and if your dad or your uncle got screwed over at the VA from, Vietnam, Agent Orange, whatever, or even just, coming back from Iraq or Afghanistan and seeing how they got screwed, it would give me pause.
Well, a large reason that quota is down, and to your point, is so many people who serve in the military are multi-generational military members.
Right.
Their dads were in the military, and it's their military families, and so it's successive. And now they're exactly right. They're seeing what they went through or how bad the VA is treating them. And then you factor in the woke initiatives that are there of the, the pride shit and the transgender
renaming all these
stuff
forts, renaming Fort Benning. It's no longer Fort Benning. I don't know what the hell it's
make
called
it
now.
all political
Fort
correct.
Hood's not even Fort Hood anymore.
No, it's not.
I mean,
it's so people are just sick of that. Like, I don't want to be a part of that military.
Yeah.
So let's just get a bunch of illegals, sign them up. They have no desire to assimilate to the Constitution.
Right.
But let's make them swear an oath to it.
Mm-hmm.
And this pinhead, a guy like Dick Durbin, who, by the way, also put a block on Epstein's list being released.
Mm-hmm.
This guy stopped that legislation from coming through of them being able to release that.
Right.
What you hiding, Dick?
Mm-hmm.
You big pink monster. Pisses me off, man. Pisses me off. I mean, I'm telling you, that dude right there, that's real insurrection right there. That's seditious behavior.
I like how he's asking.
Yeah, don't you think that's a great idea?
That's a great idea.
Asshole.
And he's looking off in the distance like I'm talking to your buffalo head here, and I'm expecting an answer.
I want to see.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, am I
want
right?
to see. He's talking to somebody up in the gallery. I want somebody to go, "No, asshole."
It's like when
stupid.
Like when you see an open micer go up on stage and go, "Man, aren't black people annoying? Am I right?" and nobody's responding. They're all
people who annoy you.
Yeah.
I know it. I just don't want to say it.
I mean, and then for him to just he's yelling into this echo chamber.
Yeah.
And there's no response coming back, which is priceless.
We're in trouble. But that answers the question right there of how can they turn the military against normal, law-abiding, hardworking blue-collar citizens that love their country.
Yeah, when you get the guy who got here 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to make how much more money?
Yeah.
And all I got to do is turn on Chad?
That's exactly
right. Because he's got
right.
guns?
And I get to earn my citizenship by doing what I'm told. I got no skin in the game. Why not? There's no loyalty there.
Yeah.
These guys come up with some really bad ideas.
Didn't he say there was the demand? Was in that clip? Didn't he say there was a demand for legal immigration?
Yeah. And that was the way they were going to meet it.
I'm like, what?
And that was the way they were going to meet it. Which, again, Derek, what I've always said is build a big-ass freaking wall and put, take those windmills in West Texas that quit working when it gets below 32 degrees, the wind power deal. Put them on top of the wall. Let them be the last obstacle. Let's build a Mexican Ninja Warrior course and televise that shit.
Yes.
And then if they get across, you're in. You made it.
I like that.
But you got the whole family's got to make it.
Yeah.
So Miguel and Consuela and little Pepe and little Luis, they all got to make it across. If little Luis is coming across and that windmill pops his ass back into Juarez, then he's got
But the whole team has to go back.
Right. The whole team, they got to go back. You can try again.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you hit 7 home runs in the World Series.
Yeah.
If your team loses.
Yeah.
You're not getting a ring.
Miguel, if he makes it across and Consuela and the boys don't make it across, he's got to go quarantine in Tampa for a year and pretend to be a Cuban. But but next year, and you know what's funny? It's going to be hard because then the family's got another chance. So now Consuela, who's now 6 months pregnant, which doesn't make any sense because he's been in Tampa.
Right.
She's got little Pepe and little Luis with her, and she's starting to show. And it's none of this shit makes any sense. But that family of 4 is now 4.5. But she's still got to get across all the obstacles. There's the water cannons.
I like the Ninja Warrior concept of it.
Yeah, you get across, you're a citizen.
Yeah,
because you wanted it. You wanted
or Survivor.
It. Yeah.
Or Naked and Afraid. Just make it a bunch of naked Mexicans.
This would backfire on us because they'll get across. That they would do way better than our fat asses would do.
All day.
They'd
all
make
day
it.
long.
Oh my God, I'm moving to Costa Rica.
I've heard that's a good place to
legalize prostitution. Why not? That's probably why not. Don't do it. but the pink monster has spoken.
The pink monster,
yeah.
once again.
Yeah. Hey, guys, we're celebrating our 1-year anniversary with our partners over at Liver Health Formula. Just this week, somebody sent me a message, and they said, tell us more about Liver Health Formula. And I was happy to do it.
I think I sent you that message.
Dude, I love this stuff.
Yeah.
I love this stuff because I don't always drink the pink monsters. Sometimes all the time it's tequila.
Yes, it's tequila.
They've been a proud sponsor of our show for a whole year now, so thank you to them. And it's almost 2024. We're rocking and rolling. Listen, health should be your number one priority because without it, you can't do anything. Without it, you can't spend time with your families and friends. You can't save our nation, guys. You can't even serve in Dick Durbin's military. So if you're feeling tired, you struggle with concentration, or can't lose those extra pounds around your waistline, your liver might be the problem. The liver is the hardest working organ in your body, performs over 500 key functions in your body every day. But 1 in 3 Americans are now living with a sluggish fatty liver that makes them gain weight and feel tired. Well, there's good news. The solution is Liver Health Formula. It contains 11 botanicals which support all aspects of liver health. And to celebrate the anniversary of our partnership, we have an amazing offer for our listeners. For a limited time only, you can try Liver Health Formula and choose your gift. That's right, you choose. There's 3 options to choose from: fast enzymes, gut antioxidants, and blood sugar formula. These 3 products were the most popular purchases among our Blaze listeners. Your health matters. Always the best act sooner rather than later, so don't wait. Go to getliverhelp.com/blaze. Choose your free gift. Again, getliverhelp.com/blaze. We'll be right back. Did you see John Kerry? He said he's starting to get a little militant about this climate change thing. People pushing back. He said he's getting militant. Oh, okay, ketchup boy.
He's getting militant about climate change.
People pushing back against him on the climate change issue. He's starting to feel and get a little militant. Yeah, we're worried about a 72-year-old man who lives off his wife's ketchup nut. Mm-hmm. Here's what he said. Play clip. I can't stand this dude. Looks like Lurch. Play clip number 4.
We're going to be transitioning out of coal. There shouldn't be any more coal-fired power plants permitted anywhere in the world. That's how you can do something for health. And the reality is that we're not doing it. So, the measure here is really sounding the alarm bell. I find myself getting more and more militant because I do not understand how adults who are in position of responsibility can be avoiding responsibility for taking away those things that are killing people on a daily basis.
So the other day, my 1996 Land Rover Defender 110 that runs on diesel, it's a British vehicle. The steering wheel's on the wrong side. I hadn't driven it in like a week, so I just went out there and cranked it up and let it ride and let it roll, just burn off some black shit for about 30 minutes in the driveway. Didn't even drive it. And I was like, this is America. F you, John Kerry.
It's also everywhere else in the world.
Everywhere. I mean, especially India and China.
You go anywhere else on the planet.
Yeah.
And you see the level of toxicity that is being pumped into the atmosphere from every other country. I mean, literally. It's like if you're the only house in the neighborhood that's not running a meth lab and everybody else is... I mean, you're like, oh, well, look, the Prather house. I
want a meth lab.
Aren't they sweet? Yeah. Well, we should move here because, the Prathers.
Yeah.
They don't have a meth lab.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
they're the only unhappy people in the neighborhood. But,
yes, I mean, they're the ones with money and teeth.
Yeah.
But,
I was watching this clip. I wake up at like 3:30. From between 3:30 and 6, I'm awake every day. And just, I can't sleep. So I'm watching this reel last night of this Homeowners Association president who comes up to the person's Ring camera. He's just a total douchebag. And he's like, you're in violation of a major rule. This is going to be a major fine. His face is right in the Ring camera. He said, your car out here is running and you're not in it. And the person had obviously cranked it up to warm it up because this is in a, some state up north or whatever. I know it's cold out here, but you can't do that. It's a danger to the kids and it's dangerous for the environment. And here's a Homeowners Association guy in the Ring camera telling the guy, he said, I'm going to go out here and turn your car off. I would kick that dude's ass.
Oh.
I mean, I would up the street and back.
Wow.
But these people are truly cultists at this point. I mean, I'm getting very militant about this deal. And the hypocrisy of a John Kerry who goes everywhere in a private jet.
Oh, yeah.
Everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
No, I love all these people that jump on the EV bandwagons, and it's and now they talk about the whole it's called a like EV electric vehicle travel anxiety. Have you heard about this?
No.
Where people freak out because if they have to travel, say, a couple 100 miles in their battery powered piece of shit,
You might run out.
So now they're concerned about where charging stations are at, and especially in like an area like Las Vegas, where I live, in Nevada, once you get outside Las Vegas,
they call it the desert.
Figure it out. I'm like, your next charging station, you're gonna be like me in college, stealing the neighbor's cable. Like you gotta pull up to some dude's house and like plug in. And in rural Nevada, I wouldn't be trying to steal electricity from somebody.
I'm about to go murder this family for some wattage.
Yeah.
But
it's so stupid how we've created this culture of people that say, oh, we need to have, and again, nothing against Elon Musk, or if you want an electric vehicle, go for it.
Right.
But I mean, it's just not practical for traveling any distance. I mean, if you're going to stay local and you're going to buzz around and get groceries, then plug in your car, fine.
I have a golf cart because I'm bougie like that. I've got a lithium.
You are bougie like
I got
that.
a lithium battery golf cart. Sucker will do it's got a little iPad thing in the front. It's got Bluetooth. It's got the speakers.
And just
it's
because
got the
you
lights.
you dump diesel off the
I
side.
do. I just drive around with a jerry can
and just dump it.
Just pouring it down the road.
Exactly.
But somebody
Suck
saw a
it,
picture.
neighbors.
Mop this up, John Kerry. And then I just get to the end of the street now, toss a cigarette on it and watch it burn.
Pull a John Wick.
Yes,
exactly.
Watch it burn it down. But I'm driving. Somebody posted a picture of us on the golf cart the other day on Facebook, and this guy goes, "Oh, so you're into electric vehicles now?" Well, that's a golf cart.
For the love,
it's a golf cart, and I mean, tooling around the neighborhood, that's fine. Like I can pull back up to the house and plug it up to the thing. But I'm not gonna drive it to Galveston.
No,
I'm not gonna do it.
Go to the convenience store and get a 12-pack.
Right.
And a handle of whatever you're gonna drink, and then get some Doritos and bring it back. Exactly.
I mean, I can see having a Tesla for the around town stuff.
Right.
If that's what you want to do. But I don't want to do that.
Right.
I don't want to do that. I mean, I drive up here. It's 3.5 hours one way. I'm here all week long. This Thursday, I'll get up and I'll drive all the way to Little Rock.
Yeah.
And I'm there all weekend to do shows, and I'll drive back, and then I'll drive back to Houston, and then turn around and we go to freaking St. Cloud, Florida. I fly there.
Right.
In a passenger airplane, not like John Kerry. But I travel. I can't imagine worrying about where the plug-in deal is.
Well, I got a friend that drove from Orlando up to North Carolina and brought their Tesla.
In an electric car.
In an EV, and then they ended up, having to pull over and charge it, and you're sitting there for like a half hour waiting for the thing to charge.
Yeah.
Providing you can get a charging station. Because if all the charging stations are full, you got to wait until one's available.
Right.
And then they were talking about just that anxiety level of going, where can I fill this thing up next?
Yeah.
And so that's a very real issue. So when somebody is going to go out there and start hopping on the EV bandwagon and say, I'm going to buy my car and save the planet, which you're not.
Yeah.
And then
my buddy, and he might be in the live chat tonight, Kevin Wade, one of my best good friends, K-Dub, he's retired pilot, international pilot. He's got a Tesla. He enjoys it because it's a toy to him. And he tools around wherever he wants to go. And, and I always give him a hard time. I was like, you can drink a little extra whiskey. The car's going to drive you home,
Oh, yeah.
So we joke about that and have a good time. But I've heard he's talked about how you got to get to a charging station. And today it wasn't so bad. And you got to take, half an hour to charge the thing all the way back up. That ain't my lifestyle, though.
No.
That's not for my demands. That I can't do that.
No, if that works for you, that's great. But a buddy of mine has one of the Teslas that will drive you.
Yeah.
And he admittedly said he was way over the limit to get in the car.
I mean, it's a jukebox on wheels. It's a fun toy.
Yeah.
Expensive toy.
Yeah.
Do you see? Well, and now the car manufacturers are pushing back against the Biden administration, say, dude, this initiative, it ain't working because people ain't buying them and they're just sitting. I mean, we just got these things and we got to get rid of inventory here. Ease up on this whole mandate crap because all the car dealers are dealing with that, or the car manufacturers. Do you see that old, I think it was an SNL skit. I saw it recently with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, where she's in the electric car, but they're all not 9 volts, but all AA batteries. And the whole car, like they show an X-ray of the car, the whole thing is just loaded with AA's. And like if you need to, and it'll show you like the ones you need to change out.
Right.
And it'll go ding, 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 ding. It shows the diagram all over the car.
Oh my God.
And it says, so if you need to do a big battery dump, and it just like the gas tanks open up and it just starts spilling batteries out, and she gets out and there's mounds of batteries everywhere. And I'm like, it's not really far off from the truth. I mean, if one of those things goes out, that's a $25,000 battery.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
No,
we live in a weird world, dude.
No, we do. And I mean, I applaud anybody who is environmentally conscious and really makes a concerted effort to dump stuff where it's supposed to be dumped. But like, I have a car battery that goes, and I'll take it to a recycling center. Sure. And they're like, oh, we don't take these. You're going to have to take it 3 miles down the road. I'm like, oh, you mean the next Walmart dumpster that I pass? Because this was my effort. Yeah. You got. I'm getting.
Well, they don't
give
make
me
it
the
easy
ground
for
ball.
you.
I'm going to make the play.
Yeah.
But I'm not diving. Yeah. For shit.
I'm not getting dirty for this.
I'm not getting dirty to dump this battery off.
You're right, because like we have a recycle center a mile from my house, and it's open on these odd hours, like Thursday from 4 to 7. Uh-huh. And then on Saturdays from 10 to 2. And then you get over there and they're like, oh, we decided that we're going to close it at 1 today.
Right.
And it's only like 2 days a week for a couple of hours. So if you have all these this cardboard and crap you need to take to the recycle center,
right,
good luck on getting in there. Mm-hmm. That pisses me off. Yeah. Like, I'm trying to be a good steward of God's creation here, and you guys don't care enough to keep the gate open.
I'm giving enough effort as you're going to get out of me.
And then, if they love the planet so much, at the gate there's a sign that says, don't dump your shit here. This is under surveillance.
Yeah.
And I was like, if you love the planet so much, you'll come out here and get my broken down IKEA boxes and walk them the 30 feet to the dumpster so you can turn them into whatever mulch you need to make.
My buddy went to drop off a TV that was broken.
Yeah.
One of the old school TVs with the big tube in the back. I mean, obnoxiously heavy.
Yeah.
So he had it in the back of his pickup truck, and they go, "Yeah, we don't take that here." And he's like, "You got to be kidding me!" So he literally pulls out of the gate from the place, and and put it right on the edge of the tailgate. Hit the gas, and it just drops. And there's this girl running out of the gate, just waving her arms, at him. And there's a busted TV sitting there. He's like, you know what? I'm done.
It's like when Adam Sandler takes the kid around to piss in the alley. In Big Daddy, he's like, "Hey, buddy, now it is your problem."
Yes.
Oh, thank you very much. Guys, many of our nation's problems could be fixed very fast if you just listen to me and Derek. But that's not what our so-called leaders want. Listen, they want chaos. They want destruction. They want you to suffer. But you won't falter. Fight back with My Patriot Supply. My Patriot Supply is the country's largest preparedness company, and they're more than equipped to stock your shelves. Their best-selling 3-month emergency food kit provides delicious breakfast, lunches, and dinners that last up to 25 years in storage. And right now you can get $200 off. Get over 2,000 calories every day. Add water, heat, and eat, and it's good. Make sure every member of your family has a 3-month food kit from My Patriot Supply. Go to my special website, preparewithchad.com. The $200 savings will be built in. Order by 3 p.m. any day. The order will ship the same day for free. So get the emergency food you need. Get it now before you need it. $200 off at preparewithchad.com. Be right back. Oh, guys, I like it when you're on the show, damn it.
This is fun.
We have a good time.
We do have a good time.
It's a good time.
I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, you're based in Vegas. You're headed to Wesley Chapel, which is the Tampa area.
Yep.
I love that club over there, Side Splitters. Both Side Splitters are fun. But I like doing the theater over in Wesley Chapel.
It's a great spot. Yeah, I'm there December 7 through 10.
So that's this weekend.
This weekend, yep.
Thursday through Sunday.
Yep.
So and then you're doing Brad's out at the MGM.
Yeah, December 18th through the 23rd. And then Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Comedy Cabana.
I need to go to Myrtle Beach. I've never done a show in Myrtle Beach.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me the dates again.
December 28th through the 31st, New Year's.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
Perfect,
I'll give you the contact. Yeah. They're fantastic people over there.
I'd love to go. I get it. There's a high demand to come.
Great venue.
But it's funny, there's certain places I've never done shows that I should do shows. Like I've never done a show in the panhandle of Florida. All over Florida.
What?
but I've never done the Panhandle.
Destin, Panama City, Pensacola?
Never have.
Oh.
Never done. It's weird, right?
That's
10 years of all over the country, and I've never done the Panhandle.
And I've been there, and I'm telling you, all the women that love Matt Rife will love you.
They're there.
And they're going to all stand outside.
And line up. And you know
line
what?
up.
I will not tell anybody to keep them away from me.
You should open the gates. Open.
I'll be like, you know, that dude in 300, you know, the whatever the God King is. I just have them just massaging me and fanning
Open
me.
the drawbridge.
Yeah. Turn them loose.
Have them
Turn them hoes loose.
Have them feed me grapes. Turn them hoes loose.
Spray them down with lube as they enter the door. Don't want them biting the pillow. We're not coming in dry. Oh, yeah.
No crying.
Yeah. Golly. Remember when Mom sold Avon? Now it's OnlyFans. God bless her.
From Avon to OnlyFans?
It's 21st century. What are you going to do, Derek?
What are you going to do? Exactly.
What are you going to do? Oh, my gosh, dude. So much fun. So much fun. We've still got the E-block to do, right? Real quick. So it's always fun when you got to go to these little breaks. But do you do a lot of crowd work where you're working with the audience a whole lot? Because I'm doing that crowd work show in January.
If someone lobs it to me,
yeah. See, I don't pursue it.
If they throw me a fastball over the middle of the plate,
yeah,
I'll swing.
I don't pursue it.
But I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not that guy who's looking to pad his batting average and lean into a pitch and try to
Well, I got a feeling on January 6th, and this is going to be a sold out show there in Houston. I got a feeling I'm going to bomb, but I'm going to do it.
You're hilarious.
I'm 51 years old. I might as well try new things. Damn it.
We're at in Houston.
It's called. Oh, God, I know what I can't call it. I'll tell you what, go to the break and I'll look it up. We'll be right back. Website.
DerekRichards.com.
DerekRichards.com.
I'm on the Facebook. I'm on the X. Monster. I'm on the Instagram.
Yeah.
I follow you on there. At
Watch
Chad.
And I always, you and I connected through X when it was Twitter a long time ago. Just watching your clips, and I think we sent some DMs back and forth. Yeah. And then, of course, you started coming in because of Normal World with Dave and Garrett, and so I was glad to make that connection, dude.
No, definitely.
Yeah. And I appreciate the friendship and relationship. You make me laugh, dude, and your stand-up is a blast. And if you want to see some clips, follow him on Instagram because he's constantly putting up the clips and the reels, and they're worth watching, and he's worth following, and it's funny, and it's worth going to a show for sure. So DerekRichards.com, check it out. And he's always out there. You're out there.
I am out there.
You're out there. So far out there.
I'm out there too much.
Yeah, baby.
Let me just come here and stay with you.
Come on. Might as well.
I'll just come here.
There's room in Texas.
We'll do this. I've heard.
I know.
There's some yardage.
It's good. It's a lot of square footage.
A lot of square footage.
There is out there in that Sonoran Desert around where you live too. But yeah, this is a little more scenic when you get lost. All right, guys, watchchad.com for all the fun stuff is. Don't forget to subscribe to Blaze. We will be back tomorrow, and we'll see you then. We love you. God bless you. Bye.